ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम् वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 Among the Kritya Pratyas, we have seen Yat Pratyaya and Yat Pratyaya Sambandha Karyani, also Anga Karyani. So that also we have seen. Now the next Pratyaya is Tavya. Same meaning. Presha, Pratisarga, Prapta Kaleshu, Avashyakarte, Adamaranyarte. So in all that meaning, Arhate, Yogyarte, in all that meaning. So Tavya or Tavyat. So both of them, the difference is Takara is the Swara Prakriya. Swara Prakriyatam Takara. Only Swara Beda alone is there between the two. Otherwise it is same. Tattavya. So that's what we are going to discuss. Tavya Pratyaya is Valadi Adadatuka Pratyaya. Yet is not Valadi, therefore there is no question of Ittakama. But Tavya being a Valadi, Ardhatuka Pratyaya, therefore Ittakama will come. So therefore here we have certain things. So Dhatu has to be said Dhatu, Itagama will come, and for Itagama to come, sometimes comes, sometimes doesn't come. Therefore we have some rules regarding that we will see. With that we will see separately. some of them we covered in the Nishta section also, in fact. Some of the roots. So it is in common. Some are common with the roots covered in Nishta Pratyaya, Kta Tavatu Pratyaya. Okay, now Tavya. Tavya Pratyaya can be added to any dhatus. So Tavya Pratyaya. In the case of Yat, we have said already, Ajanta dhatu will take Yat, Chakaranta Alanta dhatu will take Nyat. But Tavyat is, the Pratyaya, the form of that is different from the Yat, and we don't have any restriction, can be added to any dhatu. So we can try many dhatus. But yes, some of the, that some are given. When you see, you will understand what is that. It is that is with Tavyat, Tavyat Pratyaya and Tavyat 2 Pratyayas are there. As I said, they have got only Swara Bheda. So Tavyat Pratyaya is added in which context? For that one Vartikam is there. And Tavya Pratyaya. When Tavya Pratyaya is there, what will happen? Okay, so that is the point number 23. Only point number 23. After that, it is Kyata, Kyapa, etc. So there is nothing to discuss on Tavya. Only the Angakarya or the Ittakama related only things to be discussed. That's why nothing is here. So for Tavyate, Vasdhatu in Kartari Arte, Vas Nivase. Vasdhatu in Kartari Arte will take Tavya Pratyaya. Vasehi Tavyat Pratyaya, Tavyat. It will take Tavyat Pratyaya and as Angakarya as niche. That's a Vartikam, which is I have added here for our reference. Vasehe Tavyat Vasdhatu will take Tavyat Pratyaya and as Angakarya as niche. For that, we should know what are the Angakaryas niche will do. What Angakarya niche will do? Niche is Nit Pratyaya. Okay, what Angakarya niche will do? Ajantanga will take Vriddhi, Rasva Upada will take Guna, or Rasva Atupada will take Vriddhi. These are the three possible Angakaryas for Nit Pratyaya, Nit or Git. I'll just type and then delete. The Pratyaya is Nit or Git. Then Ajanta, you can take Ik itself, no problem. Ikanta will take Vriddhi. Or Rasvaik Upada. Rasvaik Upada will take Guna. Like that is common Angakarya. Or Rasva Atupada. If Akara is Upada, then that will take Vriddhi. That A will become Dirgha. These are the three possible Angakarya. So when the Pratyaya, for the Anga, when the Pratyaya is Nit or Git. Can remember this we have seen Nijanta in the context. So Vas plus Tavyat. The Vartikam says Vasdhatu will take Tavyat Pratyaya and the Pratyaya will act like a Nich Pratyaya. So what will Nich be a Nit Pratyaya? It will cause Upada Vriddhi. Therefore, Va become Va.
Wow.
So Vastavya. Vastavya means indweller, Kartari Arte. Generally, Kritya Pratyas are used in Bhava Karma. Not Kartari. Krityas are Bhava Karma. Whereas this is an exception. Tavyat is an exception. Bhava Karma, in Bhava Karma only Kritya Pratyas are used. And Tavya being a Kritya, therefore Tavyat also being a Kritya, Bhava Karma, but it's an exception. So Tavyat, it is used in Kartari. That is why a counter example is given. Suppose if it is not Tavyate, Tavya Pratyaya, then it will be Dhatu Vasdhatu is You have to find out Vasdhatu set or anit. Vasdhatu set or anit dhatu. What dhatu? Vasdhatu is, you have to find out the Ita letter. Based on the Ita letter, you can find out the dhatu. To my knowledge, Vasdhatu must be Vasu. It must be Udit dhatu. Because Ukara is It. Or, have to check. That is the dhatu. Vasa also is there. It's anit dhatu. You can check dhatu pata. So dhatu is anit dhatu. Vas dhatu. That's why no itakama. Okay, dhatu is anit. The dhatu, but it's not udit dhatu. So not udit. Okay, udit has no meaning here. Fine. Udit will be useful in the context of nishta pratyaya. Vas dhatu is anit dhatu. If it is anit, then what would be the swara of the anunasika ach? That is the Ita letter.
Anudata.
It is anudata. Dhatu is vasa. Vasa is a dhatu. Vasa nivase, which is in the first conjugation. Vasa nivase. And dhatu is vasa. That is anunasikach. So its svara is anudata. It must be anudata. Therefore only it is anit. Because anit dhatu and valadi adadhatuka pratyaya. Therefore no itakama. Therefore vastavya. Vastavya means, and also you can see no. Okay, interesting thing. You tell me. The same as dhatu, suppose if I add ta pratyaya, what will be the form? What will be the form? Dhatu was dhatu, nishta pratyaya, ta pratyaya. We have seen already, covered. In nishta, we have seen. What will be the rupam?
Samprasanam will happen.
Very good. Dhatu being a samprasarana dhatu, samprasaranam will happen. Yes, that's good. Samprasaranam will happen. Therefore, vas will become
Ush.
Therefore, vas will become us plus ta pratyaya. Then, so, after that,
Ushyate.
Ta pratyaya it is. Dhatu is anit dhatu. Is it usta? Come on, how can be usta? What is the karmani form of vas dhatu? This also we have seen. Vas plus yak plus te. What is the rupam? Here also same thing. Yak pratyaya, kit pratyaya. Here also kit pratyaya. So vas va will undergo samprasaranam. Therefore us plus yak plus te. Is it usyate?
Shatvam happens.
Shatvam happens. That is a special case. Sakara of Vastatu, Gaslu Dhatu, Shas Dhatu will undergo Shatvam. It's a rule. This is even though the Sakara is not a Pratyaya Sakara nor Adesha Sakara, the Sakara of Vastatu, there's a rule. Vastatu, Shas Dhatu, and Gaslu Dhatu, this Dhatu Sakara will undergo Shatvam. The conditions when they are fulfilled. That is when the Sakara is preceded, Padanta Sakara preceded by in or ku. Then the Sakara will undergo Shatvam. It happens. Here, Sakara preceded by, here it is Va, but once Samprasanam happens, preceded by U in letter. Therefore, Shatvam. Ushyate. Ushyate is fine. Karmani Prayoga. But what about here? First plus the Samprasanam happens. Okay, that's good. Samprasanam. And after the Shatvam also happens. Then it's a form, then Nishtutva Sandhi. Will it be Ush?
It will become Ukta.
Ushta.
Ukta. How can become Ukta?
Okay.
Ukta
Sorry.
is that which is said. Vachdhatu is Ukta. Vachdhatu become Ukta, but not this one. Huh?
Ushta, Guruji.
Oshta.
Ushta.
Ushta. Come on. Huh?
No, the form is Ushita, no? Somehow it takes it.
Because then in the Nishta Prakaranam, you must have seen.
So it will become Utta. Sakara will become.
No,
How Sakara will become Kakara?
No,
What
no,
is
Utta. Sakara.
What is that?
Sakara will be replaced by Takara, right?
Sakara will be replaced with Takara. What
Utta.
makes Utta? What is the rule? Why how Sakara becomes Takara? Any rule is there?
Sakara. Utta.
What is the rule? Sakara becoming Takara. There's no such rule at all.
Okay.
This Mushdhatu becomes, even though it is anit, for the Vasdhatu, for Nishta Pratyaya and Tva Pratyaya, it is said. There's a rule.
Mhm.
You can see the Nishta section, it must be there. So therefore, Ittagama will come. Therefore, form is Ushita.
Oh.
The form is Ushita. We have used the forms in the translation Ushitavan, Ushitaha. In Kathopanishad, Ushan is that is different. Ushan Havai Vajashravataha Sarva Vedasam Dadau. That Ushan is different. Vashkanto, that also undergoes Samprasaranam. Therefore, you get that Ushan. In fact, that is Ushan Vasdhatu. In fact, it is Ushan, it is different. But of course, Samprasaranam, it is Shatranta. Ushan Havai Vajashravataha. Yeah, that is different. Here it is different. Here it is to dwell, to stay. Anyway, this is a
Ushita.
Ushita is a form. The Vasdhatu, even though on it, for Nishta Pratyaya and Ta Pratyaya, this will be said. You can check the Nishta document if you have. So Vasdhatu is therefore we have Tva Pratyaya also. Vas plus Tva Pratyaya becomes
Ushitva.
Ushitva. This also you come across the word before.
Ushitva Shashvati Samaha.
Ushitva Shashvati Samaha. Very good. Gita I am, right? So you see, Ushitva is there staying, having stayed. Shashvati Samaha. Sorry, not a Gita. Kutasi. Some Ushitva Shashvati Samaha. It is Kathopanishad.
Prapya Punyakritam Lokam.
Okay, I think, Gita only, yeah. Ushitva Shashvati Samaha, Gita only. Suchinam Srimadam Geke, that shloka, 6th chapter, right? Yoga Brashto Vijayate, Prapya Punyakritam Loka, Ushitva Shashvati Hi Samaha. Yes, sorry, Gita only. Yeah. So Ushitva, the word is there. So sometimes, see, we using the words, but you don't know how the word, that time we may not have discussed how the word is derived, but the usage of the words we would have come across, and keeping that in mind, and we have to see from this dhatu how it is derived. Therefore, there must be some special rule. Because in fact, there is a special rule by which this Ittagama is ordained for Vasdhatu. So anyway, therefore you can see Vasdhatu, Ushita, Ushitavan, Ushitva, Karmani Ushyate, and Shatvam, Sampratanam, all those things happen. That's why important dhatu Vasdhatu. Now here in the case of Tavya, Nitvat Karyam Bhavati. In the case of Tavya, where it is just Bhava Karma, so it is Vastavya, should be indwelled in that meaning. Vastavyam. Anidhatu, not Vasitavya. Please note, there is no word Vasitavya. Vastavya. It is in karma. If it is Tavyat, then it is Kartaryarte, Nitvat, Karyam Bhavati, Nichvat. That's why it is given one example. Okay, all these are special rules, special. But Tavya in general is very simple, that we will see. So 24th, up to 22, about Yat, Nyat, Kapusam, then Tavyat came. This 23, the rule is regard to Tavyat. All the rules before were regard to Yat, and exceptions to that, Nyat, Kep, etc. Then 23 is Tavyat, then 24 again Kep. Krudhat in the sense of karma will take Kep Pratyaya. So rule is there. Krudhatu is Rikaranta Dhatu, supposed to take Nyat.
Yat.
Nyat.
But in the sense of karma, it will take
Kep.
Kep. So Kr plus Kep. Kep is Krit Pratyaya. Among the Krit, it is a Kritya Pratyaya. And it is also a Prit. Therefore, what will happen? It is not Kru, it is Krit. So, Kriti, Piti, following a Rasva, Ach. So, Tuk Agama will come. We forgot, Tuk Agama Sandhi we have seen. When a Krit Pratyaya, which is a Pit Pratyaya, follows a Rasva, Ach, then it will take Tuk Agama. You remember Tuk Agama Sandhi?
Yes, Guru.
Tuk Agama Sandhi,
Yes.
we have seen in many places. See, Ava plus R plus Kep, or Ava plus Gam. Okay, Avagam, not Avagam, but Ava plus R, or another Dhatu, Rikaranta Dhatu. The famous stuff, what is the one which we use? That the known example. Let me check the stock example. It's a known one.
True.
Now one minute. I'll just check. In the case of, okay, Adi Purvaka Ing Dhatu. Ing is Adhyayane, always Adi Purvaka. So here, so we have Lya Pratyaya, because Dhatu having Upasarga, therefore the Tva Pratyaya, when we add, Tva should be replaced by Lya. So Adi Purvaka Dhatu in Ing Dhatu Adhyayane, then Lya Pratyaya. Lep pratyaya is a krit pratyaya. It is a pit pratyaya. So therefore, the dhatu will take tukkagama.
Aditya.
So tukkagama, tu being a kit pratyaya, sorry, kitagama, comes after the dhatu. It is one-lettered stani. So therefore, it comes after this. Takara is the content. So then here it is here. So we get aditya, adi plus e, adi, savana dirgha sandhi, aditya. Aditya, the word we come across. Aditya, aditaha, aditya. Or even if you take compound, Shatrum, this is a Upapada compound. Shatrum Jayati, it's a stock example. So Shatru, then we say Jayati. Jayati Dhatu is G. So then Shatru plus Shatru plus G, Shatru plus G plus the pratyaya we can add. We can add the pratyaya, Kvip pratyaya. Kvip pratyaya. Kvip pratyaya is zero suffix. But it is a Krit pratyaya, which is a Pit pratyaya. When you add a Krit pratyaya, which is a Pit, following the Dhatu, Rasva Dhatu, Rasva, Rasvanta Dhatu, that is ending with the Rasva, then it will get Tukkagama. Therefore, Shatru, then it becomes Tukkagama comes. And this Kvip pratyaya, zero suffix, Pakara is it, Kakara also it, and V also it, everything it goes away. You get Shatrujit. Shatrujit Takaranta Shabda, you can decline. Shatrujit, Shatrujito, Shatrujitaha, like Murut Shabdavat. So this is a compound example. How get Shatrujit comes. The Kvip pratyaya when it's a zero suffix. So it goes away. Because it is a Krit and Pit. Condition is when a Pit Krit pratyaya follows the Rasva, Rasvanta Anga, then it will take Tukkagama. So, okay, right? That is a rule. So here also Ava plus Hru plus Kyap. Therefore, you get Avahritya.
Avrutya.
So Kyap is one
So
example.
Anusrutya is the same derivation.
Exactly. Yes, Anusrutya also same thing. Anu Purvaka Srudhatu. Sru is tu. Then Lyap Pratyaya. Anusrutya. So it will take Tukkagama. Anusrutya. Lyap is it's a Krit Pratyaya. Lyap has come in the place of Tva. Because it is Tva, Tva is Kakara is it. It is Kit. Therefore, Sri will not undergo Angakarya. Because Kit. It's a Kit, Adadhatuka Kit Pratyaya, Sri will not become Sar. And it is a Pit. Therefore, Krit Pit Pratyaya, when a Kriti Piti Pratyaya Pare, Rasvasya Tuk Bhavati, Tukkagama, Rasvasya Piti Kriti Tuk. That's a sutram. So same thing here. All these are some examples, okay. Anusritya. Okay, then. So therefore here, same thing, Krudhatu, supposed to take a Nyat, but it will take Kyap in the sense of karma. So therefore, Tukkagama comes, content of Kyap being Ya. Therefore, Kritya iti Rupam. So Kritya. In fact, the word Krityaha derived from this only. How the word Krityaha comes? Krita plus Ya. Kritya. This is how you get it. Okay. Please note. So in the sense of karma. Okay. In other sense, Nyat. Karya. Karya we know. Karyam yoshate karma sarva prakriti jai gunai. Karya the word. That should be done. Kartavyam. Karya. So that is in the sense of Baba. And we can use that word karyam. This is a special case. The sense of karma, krit can take kyap pratyaya. Okay, that is point number 24. So the word karya also is there. If you come across the word karya, we should know it is due to nyat pratyaya added to kr. And kritya, that is kyap pratyaya. Please note, if kr dhatu has got upasarga, then it is lyap. Don't. It could be because of kyap also, but sometimes it's confusing. You have to know. Suppose prakritya is there. What is prakritya? It is pra plus kr plus lyap pratyaya. It is upasarga kr dhatu. Context you have to see. It cannot be kyap. It must be lyavanta. Prakritya, right? Understand? Prakritihi. The word is, that is a Srilinga word. Pra plus kr plus tin pratyaya. The Srilinga pratyaya, krit pratyaya. From that you get prakritihi. Right? Prakritihi. Okay. So this is by the rule. This is 3-1-120. Vibhasha kru vrishoho. It's a vibhasha. Optionally it is, in fact. So kru pratyaya can take kyap pratyaya optionally, in the sense of karma it can take optionally. So therefore we have two forms. So this is vibhasha kru vrishoho. In the sense of karma, I don't know where it is. Anyway, it is. I'll check that. So kru dhatu can take optionally. So there's an optionality is there. Kru dhatu as well as vrish dhatu. The sense of karma will take kyap pratyaya optionally. That is why that's why another form is there. Okay. The sutra is vibhasha. Vibhasha, kru and vrish dhatu also. Then the next one, grag dhatu, which is saharanta dhatu, supposed to take nyat, but will take kyap in the sense of pakshe arteshu. Padasvairi bhagya paksheshu cha. In the sense of pakshe arteshu, the dhatu, grag dhatu will take the pratyaya kyap. So grag is grannati, to grab, will take kyap pratyaya. When it means, but here again only one, it's okay. But the sutra is padasvairi bhagya paksheshu cha. So padasvairi, it is pada asvairi bhagya pakshya. That is how we have to split. Pada asvairi. Pada asvairi. Asvairi means independent. Svairi is independent. Asvairi is dependent. Bhagya is outside, that which is external. Bhagya. Paksha means side. Could be a partner, friend, whatever it is. So, in the meaning of this, dhatu, correct dhatu will take kyap pratyaya. Okay. Pada, in the case of pada means it could be a side, paksha. Pakshya, the word is there. In the word pragrigyam, we have come across the word in the Vyakaranam, the word pragrigya, remember? Pragrigya sandhi.
Yes.
What is a pragrigya sandhi? Pragrigya sandhi is swabhavena avasthiti is pragrigya. No sandhi will happen. That is called pragrigya. No, pragrigya is a sanya. No sandhi will happen. That is called pragrigya sandhi. What is pragrigyam? It's a name we have seen in sandhi. Pragrigyam meaning idude dvivachanam pragrigyam. That is dvivachanam of the ikaranta shabda, ukaranta shabda. The dvivachanam, okay. The dvivachananta of the any shabda ending with ikara or ukara or ekara is called pragrigyam. That's why we say, example, Ari plus Eto, what sandhi? What sandhi this is?
Prakriti bhava.
Prakriti bhava, no sandhi will happen because the word Hari is prakrigyam. Pragrigya sanya. So pragrigya is ikaranta, ukaranta, ekaranta of dvivachananta shabda, any shabda. That is prakrigyam. So when it followed by a vowel, no sandhi will happen. Pragrigya sandhi, swabhavena avasthitihi. So therefore, pragrighyam. So Ari plus Eto, Ari Eto only. Rame plus Ete, Rame Ete only, Rama Shabda. So only Guru Ukaranta of the second, of the dual form. That's pragrigya. The word is derived from this. Pada referring to pragrigya padam. In the case of the grammar context, pragrigyam. That is possible. So like that, the words are there. Okay. So pada, sveri, bhagya, paksheshu cha, by that sutra. Anyway, just to note this, the grag dhatu will take pakshe arteshu in the sense of in the meaning which is given here. I have not elaborated. It's okay. I will do it later. So it can take the pratyaya kyap. Therefore, grigya. So pragrigya we can do. Pragrigya, sangrigya. Aryanam, this is a stock example. Aryanam grigyaha, gunanam grigyaha. So Aryanam grigyaha, the dhatu from the grag dhatu. So Aryanam grigyaha, Arya means noble people, noble person. So Aryanam grahanam grigyaha, Arya grigyaha. But gunanam grigyaha. Anyway, the word, this grigyaha, the word is important. This is okay. Gunanam grigyaha. This is a stock example. Okay. So grag dhatu in this meaning will take the pratyaya kep. So up to this, I think we have covered all the pratyayas. One more is left out, which is K-liver, not important. That's why I left out, but we will see. We will see that later. And I think maybe the later also this may be there. I'm not sure. I have to check that. K-liver one pratyaya. So that we will see later. Now here, this is what I said here. It's elaborated in the form of a sutra in another document. But I will not share that because in sutra is there, not required for us. This is for non-sutra people. What I told, Vases Tavyat Kartarinicha, Vastatu in Kartayartha will take Tabya Pratyaya and Angakarya will happen as Nich Pratyaya. So Tavyat, when coming after the verb, was meaning to dwell, in marking the agent, it will behave, that Pratyaya will behave Tavyat like a Nit Pratyaya. The force of Nakara as it is only for the sake of Vriddhi, therefore becomes Vriddhi. Okay, then therefore we get Vastavya, indweller, just what we saw. And Vastavya, here the word is masculine gender as a force of the suffix instead of the agent and not as generally as that of an actor of Tayoha Kratyaha Kalartaha. It's okay. So here Vastavya is the word by adding Tabya Pratyaya in the sense of karma. Then one more Pratyaya is Kelimer, which is a thing that is not in the other document. Kelimer is another Pratyaya which also should be enumerated in addition to those Pratyayas. Like example, Pachelimaha Mashaha. Mashaha is beans. Pachelimaha from the Pach Dhatu. Pach plus Kelimer in that Kakara is the letter. Elima is alone the form. Pachelima, Pachelimaha, Mashaha. Similarly, Bidelimani, Kashtani. Bid plus Elima Pratyaya. Kelimar is actual Pratyaya. Content is Elima. So here it can be general in all the genders. So decline in all the genders. Therefore, Kashtani. Therefore, Bedilimani. The Pratyaya here is used to employed. It's employed when it is intended to express an object alone, the passive and reflexive sense, and cannot be employed like those enumerated above to denote also the action. So Kelimer is a special Pratyaya, one of the Kritya Pratyaya, and it is not there in the Sutra Pata. Vartikara says, Kelimara also when Pratyaya is there, should be used. It is employed when it is intended to express an object alone. In the passive and reflexive. Reflexive means the action happens on itself. So it cannot be employed like the other pratyas enumerated above to denote action. Please note. So we will see examples later. Okay. I'll give examples. Or examples may be there in this document itself. This is document we have. This all will Sutra Sagita. It is. Kerimar Pratyaya is Karma Kartari. That is the result of the action falls upon itself. Okay, I'll just see later. We'll see that later. Kelimar. Now, Pragargya here I have explained in detail. Ragdhatu, which is what we are seeing, it's a special case. That's why I put only the highlighted those things in the other document, which is for us. This is for the sutra. Okay, those who know sutra understand. For them, this is not for us. So don't worry. But take only the meaning. Gragdhatu will take a pratyaya in this meaning. Pade, in the sense of pada, asvairini, that which is dependent, bhagyayam, pakshecha, arteshu, grahege dhatoho kya pratyaya. That's why pade, in the sense of pada, the word, that's why it said pragargyam is a pada, it's a sanya. It's a sanya, therefore we get. Okay, then. So therefore pragargya, the word is derived. Pade tavat pragargyam, the word pragargya, that do not admit of sandhi, which is defined in this sutram, idude dvivachanam pragargyam. That is a pragargya sanya. There are examples. Asvairi paratantra. Asvairi means that which is not swatantraha, paratantra, dependent on others, in the sense of that. Then grigyakaha ime. These are grigyakaha, shukaha, captive parrots. So grigdhatu, to seize, to capture. So shukaha, which are captive, so dependent. In that meaning it is used. Dependent upon others, not free. Similarly, situate, that in the sense of bhagya, situated outside. Grama grigya sena, that is sena which is outside the village. The sense of outside, bhagya yam, arte. So grama grigya sena is Srilinga, therefore grama grigya akaranta shabda. Nagara grigya, etc. The bhagya, the word is feminine gender, indicates that the derivative word from grag also must be in Srilinga. These are all qualifiers, therefore take the gender. And pakshya is party, a side, or follower or friend. So Vasudeva grigyaha means the side which is parting with Vasudeva. Who are they? Kaunteyaha. Arjuna grigyaha, those who belong to the side of Arjuna. So here the word grigya derived from Grag dhatu plus Kyap pratyaya. Okay. Then Kru dhatu, which just now we saw, Kru dhatu optionally can take Kyap pratyaya also. Kru only I highlighted because it is important. Vru is not, that's why not highlighted. All we cannot learn, that's why whatever is required for us, that alone covered in the document. That much it is enough. Later when we study Sutra, the entire thing will become clear. It is for the beginners. Okay. That's why Sutra Ragitam. This document is Sutra Ragitam, without Sutra. Other one is Sutra Sagitam, covering all the sutras of the Krityas. If you want, we can see. If you're interested, we can see later. But sutras are there. Okay. We don't have to probe all into and no. Even if Gragdhatu, if you don't know, it's not going to hurt us now. It is fine. Just knowing, okay, there all these things are there. That's all. That much is enough. And we don't have to focus on this in the beginning. That is why Sutra Ragitam, without Sutra. Whatever is I feel important, that only I have highlighted here. Other things I have removed. So 25 points, therefore, in total. In 25 points, how many you will remember? If you remember, even I also say, see, remember the major things, that's enough. Okay. Other things, when the context comes, you will know. That time you have to probe. Now, up to this, krityas are done. So in 25 points, all the krityas, these 7 pratyas are discussed. Nyat, yat, kep, tavyat, tavya, kelimar. So these are discussed. Now, the Angakarya is related to that which we saw. What will happen when Yat Pratyaya follows, which we discussed in the last class. That is, see, after ordaining Pratyaya, what happens to the Dhatu? That's Sambandhini Karyani, which we saw in the last class. But that is with regard to the Pratyaya Yat. See, number 1, Pratyaya added in what sense? In general, it is Karma and Bhava. Number 2, Angakarya. And if the Pratyaya can take Ittagama, that also. So in the case of Yat, Nyat, Kyap, no Ittagama possible. In the case of other thing, it is possible. That other pratyas, that we have to see. Now, the last class we saw the Angakarya with regard to Yat Pratyaya, there we saw Akar for the Dhatus, Akarantanga, Yajantanga, Ivarnantanga, and Rivarnantanga, and Alanta Dhatavaha, Alanta Dhatu Nam Yadyapi Nyat Pratyaya Bhavati, Tatapi Apavadatpena. This Yat Pratyaya also can come. Up to this we have seen. Now, the next topic will be, and Rikaranta Dhatu also. Rikaranta Dhatu will take Nyat Pratyaya as an exception. Only these 4 Dhatus will take Yat Pratyaya. So this is for Yat. Now we are going to see for the Kyap Pratyaya. Sorry, Nyat Pratyaya. So I will save the same thing for Nyat Pratyaya. The Nyat Pratyaya follows, what will happen? So we are going to see Angakaryas related to Nyat. That is listed here. We'll put it in table column. Number 1, this Kutvam. We remember Kutvam. Kutvam, you must be remembering that Chavarga becoming Kavarga when followed by Jal in the context of Sandhi. Right? The context of Sandhi, do you remember?
Yes,
Yes,
Suraj.
What is that? Jalamuch, for example. Payomuch, Jalamuch in the Sabanta declension. When followed by Jal or a Chavarga letter at the end of the Padam will become
Kavarga.
replaced by corresponding Kavarga letter, right? Okay. Now, here also one more Kuttam is there, but this Kuttam is different. This Kuttam, when does it happen? This Kuttam happens only for Chakara and Jakara. Only for these 2 letters it happens. When we replace by Kavarga letter, when followed by a Git Pratyaya, which we are not interested, and followed with Nyat Pratyaya, that is what we are interested. When followed by Nyat Pratyaya, Chakara or Jakara will be replaced by corresponding Kavarga letter. Chakara will be replaced by Dakara. Jakara will be replaced by Gakara. This is by the rule Sutra. Chajoho Kukinyatoho. Okay. Chajoho, and rule number 3. Sure, Vartikam should be applied to find the application of Kuttam. We will see what is rule number 3. Rule number 3 is following one. So this is general rule. I've given the exception also here because exception overrules. So before applying Kuttam, we have to see rule number 3. What is rule number 3? We will see. Pach Dhatu, Halanta Dhatu. Therefore, it will take Nyat Pratyaya, Pach plus Nyat. You get Pada Vriddhi. That is a Angakarya. This Vriddhi Angakarya and all, you must be thorough. Okay. What will happen to Upadakara? Upadakara will become Dirgha. Okay, Upadakara will become Dirgha. Therefore, Pach will become Pach. Not Pach here. This is not Jaladi also. It cannot, Chakara cannot become Kavarga by that Kuttum, what we know. That Kuttum which is in Tripadi. You know what Tripadi is? The word have you heard? No.
Last three padas.
Last three sentences.
That I think in the Chandi context I must have said the word at least, right? Without, see, the sutra, knowledge. Tripadi is, you know, in Chandi context we have seen the rules have to be applied in sequence. In that, when we enter into Tripadi, right? So there we saw the Kuttum. But here this is not in Tripadi. Tripadi starts from 8.2, 8.3, 8.4. Then this is just for information's sake. 8th chapter, 2nd section, 3rd section, 4th section, collection of 3 padas is called Tripadi. After applying all the rules in the rules which are before, then once you enter 8.2, then you have to apply the rules in sequence. You cannot go back. It is like sannyasa. Yadgatva nivatate. Gone means gone. Don't come back. Huh? So you should apply the rules till the end, following the sequence of the rules in the Sutra Pata. That is how I taught you Sandhi also, if you remember, long back, very long back. Applying the rules in sequence. For all the Sandhi in the beginning, now that Prakriya, Justvam, that Shtutvam, all this rule. Why that Abhyasa is done? To be familiar with the Prakriya, the sequence of application of the rules. Now, here, this rule is in 7.3. 7.3 is not, it's not Tripadi. Tripadi is 8.2. 8th chapter, 2nd section, 1st sutra onwards. This is 7.3. Therefore, this is another Kuttam. And this, here, the condition is when the Nit Pratyaya follows, then this Kuttam happen. That too only for Chakara and Jakara. So, what will happen to Chakara? Chakara will become Kakara. Therefore, you get Pakya. Right? It will get Pakya. Suppose if it is, okay, I'm just giving Pach plus, Trich Pratyaya. Then what do you get? I'll delete this. Pach plus Trich. It is Chakara is letter. Trich Pratyaya is added in the sense of Karta, denoting Karta. Like Kartru, Datru, Gantru, Kaditru, Shrotru, Mantru, Dhyatru. So Pach plus Trich. So here we apply the Kuttam, what we have seen in Sandhi context. This is a Chavarga letter followed by Jal. This is not at the end of the Padam, but it is followed by Jal. So Chavarga letter at the end of the Padam or followed by Jal. Any one condition is enough for causing Kuttam. Therefore, it becomes Pak, Paktru. Therefore, we can decline this Rikaranta Shabda. Paktra means the cook. Pakta, Paktaro, Paktaraha. Suppose if it is Pach plus Kta Pratyaya, then Pach plus Ta Pratyaya. Content of Ta is Ta. Then not
Or is it
Pakta.
Pachi?
It is
Pachitra?
Pakva. It is an exception.
Pakwa.
If you say Pakta means you are not yet Pakva, not seasoned. You have to continue to be a Brahmarakshasa only. So you will not be. So your curse is still there. That story is, I think I told the story on some other occasion. Pakva. That's a sutram is Pachoho Vaha and sutram is there in that section. This is an important. Pach will become Pakva. Ripened. Okay. Anyway, this is, here we have applied that Kutta Sandhi. But here what we have is followed by, which is not a Jal. But Kuttam happens by this rule because the Pratyaya is Nit Pratyaya. Therefore, Chavarga is replaced by Kavarga. Pakya meaning that which is Yeah, that which is to be cooked, necessarily to be cooked, argate, yogyarte, whatever it is, in that meaning. Pakya. Not in the sense of karta. This is referring to karma or just bhave. So my rich plus nyat. Rich, what is rich? Rikta astam nagachet. And Subhashitam is there. With empty handed, don't go and visit the king or the teacher or, that is Rikta astam nagachet.
Vaidya.
Vaidya. Rich plus ta prataya becomes
Rikta.
Rikta. That's how get Rikta, emptied.
Hmm.
So rich plus Nyat will become.
Rik.
This is a Nit Prataya. Upada is E will undergo Angakarya, A. Rech plus Ya. Don't say Rech Ya. This Kuttam will happen. Chavarga will be replaced by corresponding because the Pratyaya is Nit Pratyaya. Therefore, Rekya. Rekya meaning Avashyakarte or Arharte or Yogyarte or must be done. Avashyaka, like that in the meaning. Rekya, Preshati Sarga, Prapta Kaleshi, in all those meanings can be applied. That which must be emptied, referring to karma. Right? So this is Kutvam. Okay, and the exceptions are what will happen to Tyaj Dhatu then? Okay. Tyaj will become Tyaj
Tyajya.
plus Nyata. Tyaj plus Ta, Nishta Pratyakta,
Tyakta.
it is Tyakta, Kutva Sandhi. Tyaj plus Nyata.
Tyajya.
Tyajya. No. Here we have exception. Tyajya. Sorry, Shamatam, Tyajya only. Okay, I was thinking about something else. Tyajya plus Gai Pratyaya, I was thinking. Okay. Tyajya plus Gai Pratyaya, content of Gai. We will see what is Gai later. Just Tyajya plus content is A, becomes?
Tyaga.
It becomes Tyaga. Same thing. Tya become Upada is Dirga and Jakara replaced by Kakara. Tyaga, the word comes. Okay, now there's an exception to this. That is rule number 3. That which says Nishtayam Anitaha iti Vaktavyam. The Vatikakara, yes, added. Therefore, rule number 2, what is here, should be read along with rule number 3. That's why I have added here. Rule number 3 should be applied to find the application of Kutvam. Please see. So when will this will apply rule number 2? That's in Vartika. Nishtayam Anitaha iti Vaktavyam. Dhatus which are anit with regard to Nishta Pratyaya, that alone will take Kutvam. That alone will take Kutvam. That's why Tyajya becomes, Tyajya plus Ta is, no, it's anit Dhatu. That's why Tyakta. Otherwise it would have become Tyajita. Right? It's only Pach Dhatu is anit Dhatu. That is why you get Pakva. Pachda, not Pachita. That is why it will get Kutva. And whatever examples I gave, those are Anit Dhatus. Anit Dhatu with regard to what? Nishta Pratyaya. How it is connected to Nishta, please see. Dhatus which are Anit with regard to Nishta Pratyaya, that alone will take Kutva, not other Dhatus. If I give one counter example, you'll understand. So, Pach Dhatu is Anitar. Now you can say, Pach Dhatu is Anitar, say it.
Anit.
Anit, because it has undergone Kutvam here. Therefore, this must be Anit Dhatu. Similarly, Rich Dhatu, undergone Kutvam. Therefore, it must have been Anit. We can infer, in fact, from this. So, Kutvam is ordained only when the Pratyaya is Anit with regard to Nishta. And Kuttam, when does it happen? When followed by, in our context here, it is Nyat Pratyaya. You understand? Connection. So here Kuttam is ordained, therefore it is considered as an addendum condition to Kutva Sandhi. Therefore, the dhatus which are anit with regard to Nishta, when followed by Nyat or Git, then Kuttam will happen. That is the whole understanding. Okay. 2 and 3 should be connected. Don't read rule number 2 alone independently. If you read, then what will happen? Example, you can see here. Okay, the rule number, complete rule, therefore it must be Yaha Dhatuhu, that which the Dhatu, Nishtayam Anit Bhavati, with regard to Nishta it is Anit, Tasya Dhatuhu, for that Dhatu, Gitta Nyat Prataya Pare, when followed by Gitta Nyat Prataya, Kutva Deshaha,
Desh.
Bhavati in the place of Chakara Jakara. Right? Otherwise, suppose if it is said, then it will not happen. Like what? You see the example, counter example. Shuch, Shauche, right? Shuch. Shucha plus Nyat. What's supposed to happen? Shucha plus Nyat. If you have to apply this Nyat Paratya, therefore, after Angakarya, that Angakarya is different. Don't confuse with Angakarya. Shu will become Sho, right? Shu will become Sho. That Angakarya is different. Don't confuse with that. We are talking about Kuttam. Kuttam happens or not? Kuttam,
No.
suppose if we do Shokyam, we don't have the word Shokyam in the language. Huh? We have Shokyam in the language. No. Ashochya Nanvashochastam. That there it is. The Ashochyan is that. In fact, Ashochya, the word is there, right? Ashochya means what? Ashochya, na, they do not deserve to be grieved. That's what Ashochya. This is the actual word. Ashochya, they are. So Ashochyan. Ashochyan, you can decline Ashochya, the Shabda in all the gender. Ashochyan, Anvashochaha is Langlakara. You are Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Anvashochaha Tvam, Anvashochaha Ashochyan. Those who should not be grieved upon, you are grieving. So the Kuttam doesn't happen. Why? Because Shuchidhatu is, with regard to Nishta Pratyaya, it is said. Therefore, it doesn't happen. Shuch plus Ta Pratyaya is Shochita. It is a said Dhatu. Therefore, Kuttam doesn't happen. Therefore, it's not Shokya, it is Shochya only. Shuch Dhatu is a said Dhatu with respect to Nishta Pratyaya, therefore it will not take Kuttam. Understand? Similarly, Garj Dhatu. It is Garjita, said Dhatu. Therefore it will become, Garj become Garjyam. Sorry, Garjyam, not Garjyam, because Upada is not Kara. Upada is Repa. Therefore Garjyam. Understand? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Chalaki.
So Garjyam. Similarly, okay, I think only two examples enough. So this Kuttam is important. The Kuttam which is in the Sapada Saptadhyayi section. Sapada Saptadhyayi, I mean the 7.5 quarter section. Sapada Saptadhyayi. Please note. There Kuttam, what we discussed, that Kuttam is applicable only when these conditions are fulfilled. The Dhatu has to be Anit, and that Dhatu, when followed by Nyat Pratyaya, will undergo Kuttam. Only for the letter Chakara, Jakara. Understand this rule. It's important.
Guruji, the Ghit Pratyaya here, is it a Pratyaya or is it where
Ghit.
Gakara is it?
Gakara is it. I gave the example of Ghai Pratyaya. Ghai is Gakara is it. Ghai Pratyaya I gave, right? Pach plus Ghai, for example. Pach plus Ghai, because the Git Pratyaya, Upada it becomes Dirga. Therefore, you get Pach. Pach content of Ghai is a Pacha. Pachaha. That which is cooked. You can say. So, not in the sense of karta, other than in the sense of karta, any other karaka meaning it can have. Ghai Pratyaya. Okay. So, Tyaj becomes Tyaj plus Ghai becomes Tyaga. Tyaga is Bhavarte Tyaga or Karma, Karana, Sampradana, Apadana, Adhikarana, all the other karakas also possible in the context we have to see. Tyajyate iti Tyagaha. That which is given up also, the object of giving up, that is also Tyaga, or Tyaga just could be a Bhavartha, just renunciation. So that is Ghai Pratyaya. One example Ghai, there are other Pratyaya where Gakara also it letter is there. So this is a Git Pratyaya. So Nyat Pratyaya or Git Pratyaya. Git is not our focus. So that's why it's not important. we are talking about only the kritya, that is nyat, right? It's clear.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, so don't worry about the points which I mean, whatever points I have given, just you understand as it is, not elaborated, not required at this point. Important point, this 25 points is summary actually. This is enough. Okay, and now Angakarya, which we are seeing, and related to Nyat, which we are seeing, we will see. And after that, Tavya and all will come. Tavya also we have any Angakaryas happening. Those things are all covered. Rules related to Tavya Pratyas. So we will see those things. This is what is important because Tavya, many Angakaryas, something related is there. I'll try to summarize that in the form of a table. We'll stop here. This for Nyat Pratyaya, Kuttam we have done. So we'll put that in a tabular format. We'll keep adding it, not yet over. So we'll see and then add in the next class. Okay. So we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavadaha, Guruji.
Dhanyavadaha.